So today has been the worst day I've experienced. Oh, top two worst days I've experienced on a motorbike in the past year. I was coming from Barnet to go to work. This was at 4:30 AM. So this morning at 4:15, I dragged myself out of bed, got all dressed up in my work gear, put all my bike stuff on, left the house. As soon as I left, I saw it was raining. Oh, why don't I take the car? I was contemplating, because I don't have a car, so I couldn't take a car. I need a car, but yeah, that's a whole different story. So, oh, petrol, beautiful. So yeah, I proceeded to get on the bike in this rain. Before I left, I put 2 pairs of trousers on. I put my work ones and I put a pair of warm, comfy ones on. Hopefully it would soak up some of the water and leave me home dry for when I got there with a nice pair of dry trousers on underneath. It started off fine, driving down the road. I got 2 miles away. I did have waterproof, like a fully waterproof water sport jacket on. That was amazing. That works a treat. It gets to about 20 to 5 and I'm thinking, oh, it's getting a bit damp, it's getting a bit soggy. Not much longer to go, only another 20-30 minutes and then I'll be at my destination, if you will. 30 minutes in, it was like marinating my balls in, I don't even know what. It was like I sat in a bath, just my lower half, just sat in a bath. And at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, it is fucking cold. My whole mid area was just soaked, and I'm travelling down the motorway at about 70 odd miles an hour. I'll show you the conditions. I'll put the video up right here, right now, so you can just see how it was. Not good at all. So at this point, my whole lower area is pretty frozen. I'm going about 75 miles an hour. I can't see much in front of me. It's still pouring it down. I thought, okay, I'm a bit ahead of schedule. I'll quickly pop somewhere, quickly pop home and grab a new set of trousers, take them to work, get to work, change, happy days. As I got closer and closer to my home, the rain started trickling from my jacket. And if you wear big gloves, as you probably know, that go over the jacket like mine, water goes inside. My waterproof gloves were no longer waterproof, and it felt like a couple of ice cubes had fallen down into my gloves. It was not pleasant. It was not pleasant at all. I started losing feelings in my wrists and my thumb, and it just kept getting worse from there. I only had about a couple miles to go. Got back to the house, I had 20 minutes to grab a pair of trousers and then go round the corner to work. Couldn't find some trousers, and I'd left my bike outside, so I was just going to jump and run. Couldn't find some trousers, and because my uniform was, or my lower half of my uniform was, let's just say, fucked. Wherever I was to sit down, for example, I would leave an imprint of my arse, and I move around and sit down quite a lot at work, so that'd be a lot of arsey footprints, and it just wouldn't be comfortable for me. So I called up, left a voicemail, and yeah, I got my shift changed, which was good. And at this point, all my stuff is drenched. I had to run outside earlier in the downpour of rain. I was soaked and miserable anyway. And I just kind of wanted to get inside in the warm, which, as you'll all probably know, when you're wet and on a bike, and it just, no. I weren't in the mood for work. I just wanted to just chill at home, really. So I've got my shift again. I'm covering it again in like 2 weeks or something like that. It should be easy. Just instead of having a day off, I'm working, which is like giving me a 7-8 day week. Woohoo! But moving on to the second. I'm not sure if it was the second or the first, but all of my bad experiences on a bike this year have been due to rain. I don't mind the cold, I don't mind wind, I don't mind when it's super hot and you're sweating, I don't mind riding in the dark. It's just when there's rain, it makes life horrible. Snow, I haven't really ridden in snow, and I like to avoid it if I can, because I don't really fancy crashing an expensive bike and then well, not an expensive, but crashing my bike in the snow due to adverse weather conditions. But anyway, yeah, my second worst experience this year, or yeah, it's probably my worst experience, to be fair. So I was staying in Kent, and not a local part of Kent. Not that there is a local part of Kent, but not nearby. Oh, what a fucking knob. Absolute moron. So yeah, it was a far end part of Kent. Sort of near Margate, but not that far. That sort of area. So right at the top of Kent. And the day I decided to come home, it had been raining, and from Kent to roughly where I live or where I was going is about between 80 and 100 miles, something along those lines. Which isn't fun in rain. I mean, it's a horrible journey as it is. The wind starts to get to your hair, the exhaust. It's just a pain, but it's worth the journey. And she's there. And anyway, well, it was fine to start off with. I hadn't taken my waterproofs down there because on the journey in the forecast it looked fine. It looked pretty reasonable. So yeah, the weather looked reasonable on the way there, on the way back it was looking fine. And then we just got hit by a ton load of rain. And that was probably the worst 100 miles I've ridden in my life. Again, it was motorway roads, and when you're on the bike and on the motorway, it's okay if there's no one in front of you, but if there's a car in front of you like here, it's peeing it down, you get sprayed. So your visibility is shite, you're getting wetter, colder, and you're just getting pissed off and wound up. And I had that for 100 miles. And not only that, once I got home, I was going shooting, clay pigeon shooting, and that was down the M40 about 30-40 miles. So when I got home, I was not only already wet and already cold, and all of my stuff was just drenched through. I didn't have the waterproof jacket on at the time, as I mentioned. I had a spare pair of trousers and a spare jacket. I was dripping by the time I got home. I was freezing, I couldn't feel my hands, my fingers, everything was just sodden wet. I got home, I made a phone call. I was hoping to get a lift to this shooting range that's 40 miles away down the M40, again still in the pissing rain. But I'd feel bad not going because it had already been paid for, and it would just be an arseache to have to go up there again at a later date. So I thought, okay, for what it is, I'll go. I changed my gear around, and I meant to be shooting a bloody shotgun. I don't know what size it was, and I was in a shitty mood anyway. I made a couple of phone calls to get the address. I didn't have a phone holder, which is daft. I've got the S7, so it was waterproof, it wouldn't have mattered. But I didn't have a phone holder, so I couldn't use sat-nav, I couldn't follow the sign. I'm not too bad with directions anyway, but it was literally just a massive, massive inconvenience. Trying to remember the way, what roads to take, and second left, third right, at this roundabout, you keep going a bit, there's 2 roads and you take the next one. It's just a lot of arseache, and for 40 miles it was hard work. Plus I'm drenched, my gloves are screwed, they're soggy as shit. My jacket's still getting wet. I changed my jumper, changed my trousers, put the other overcharge on so I didn't get too wet. I got there and all my clothes were wet. And I was freezing. So that was a pretty dreadful day. And after I'd done the shooting, I had to come home as well in these wet clothes. Fortunately, I did get, that's when I got given the waterproof jacket, as is in the car. So the journey home wasn't as bad, but I travelled probably about 240 miles, no, about 200 miles, 220 miles or so that day, in the rain, and I was pissed. Don't get me wrong, the shooting was great, it was a mint experience, I loved it. But I just felt like absolute dog shit. Can't be bothered to jump red lights. So yeah, if you're thinking of getting a bike, or already have one, or you're starting out, just keep your waterproofs and stuff. It's a fun game. And as I said, sometimes I just kind of want to jump in a car and drive along the M25. It wouldn't affect my journey time or traffic. I know I was saying I'd rather be on a bike and home and cold or wet and blah 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 blah. But if I'm travelling at 4:30 in the morning, there was no one on the M25. It was empty. And that's when it's nice to have a car. I could have gone in the car park and then blah, 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 and I would have been there, happy days. And I would have been dry and I would have actually done a day's work. But on the downside of that, there would have been no one at home to pick up my laptop, my new laptop. So it kind of worked out. I got my laptop. I'll be able to publish a lot more videos now. I don't know how frequently I'll be doing the videos. I'm either thinking weekly or a couple of weeks. It just totally depends. And I don't really want to do it due to demand. I'd rather want to do it because I enjoy it, and I don't want to do it to get any financial gain or anything like that out of it. I just enjoy making videos and I enjoy riding my bike. So yeah. It's just a nice little pastime I have. So I get a video out whenever I can. Anyway, it's getting dark. I'm running out of things to say for today. I will certainly catch up with you soon. And again, I'm working on the go-karting video, so keep an eye open for that. Once it comes out, I hope it will be good. I won't publish it if there's anything that I'm not happy with. So I will see you next time. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.